Fortnite has a healing problem. I believe Fortnite is a brilliant game, but one thing they have never done well is healing. The system is way too complex and way too detailed, especially for new players, and having only 5 item slots is not enough when you always need 200 HP to win based on the current system. In today's video, we're going to be discussing this and some possible solutions to how Fortnite can fix this, while I have some lightsaber only gameplay in the background. There is going to be a lightsaber only challenge win coming in the future as a VOD, but this game, unfortunately, we didn't clutch up. If you have any thoughts in relation to what I'm saying about heals during this video, make sure you leave a comment down below and subscribe to help support me. Only 5% of people who currently watch my videos are subscribed. Right now, there is 20 different heals in the game, and they're not linear. In the previous season, we even had some more heals than this current 20. The system not being linear limits the game largely, because if you don't have 200 HP, you're practically one shot to a lot of items. And even if you are 200 HP, you're still one shot to a few items. I firmly believe one shot items shouldn't be in Fortnite, but that's another topic for another video. Well, what do I mean by heals aren't linear? Well, why do minis stop healing only at 50 shields? Why do bandages stop healing at 75 HP? I can understand minis sometimes have advantages due to the amount of time it takes to take one and the amount of health it gives you, but this cap should not be the case for many reasons, and I'll be going over that shortly. In order to talk about Fortnite's healing issues, I think we have to compare it to another game. So let's compare Fortnite to one of its biggest battle royale competitors, Apex Legends. So Apex has a total of 5 heals in the game, Fortnite has 20. So you can see it's a little bit more simple. That's it, 5 heals, and it's linear. So rather than something stopping at a certain amount, for example, minis only healing you to a certain amount, it can heal you to the max amount. Rather than minis like Fortnite has, Apex has cells. They're pretty much the same thing, but cells can heal you to the full amount. Rather than big pots, you have bats, and bats can heal you to max shields. So rather than a big pot healing you to 50, it heals you to max shield. Now, why would you maybe have cells instead of bats? Well, cells are quicker to take than bats, and you can take them mid-fight, as well as not wanting to waste a bat that heals you for a full amount, say if you've only lost a little bit of shield. Bats are rarer to find, and cells are more common, and you can only stack 2 bats where you can stack 4 cells. This balancing to do with the amount that you can carry, the amount of time it takes for it to pop and to heal you, and for its sustainability for healing a little amount versus a full amount is balanced in my opinion really well. The other heals that Apex has is kind of similar to Fortnite also. Rather than bandages, you have syringes. Syringes heal you to max health, unlike bandages that cap at 75. And rather than medkits, you have medkits. And what's the main difference between them? It's just the time it takes in order to take it. Medkits in Apex feel a lot more balanced compared to Fortnite, because I know when playing Fortnite, I don't want to sit there for 10 seconds taking a medkit. If medkits were designed a bit better in Fortnite, maybe it would be based on the amount of time or the amount of health you have to take. Say if you have 90 white HP and you've only got a medkit, well, you don't want to use a whole medkit for 10 HP. Maybe the medkit takes 1 second to take, 1 second per 10 HP, and then you'll have 90% left of that medkit. So another example is that, say if you have 30 white health left, you take a medkit that's full, the medkit goes down to 30%, and the medkit's healed you 70%, takes 7 seconds. A basic system, but it works a lot better than the current one. And Apex Legends' last heal is a Phoenix kit. Phoenix kit takes 10 seconds to take, the longest in a game. You can't carry them in multiple stacks, and it full heals your health and your shields. So very similar to a chug jug or a slope juice in Fortnite. The number one thing about Apex heal system that works better than Fortnite is you can use every single heal while moving. The only thing that happens while taking a heal while moving, your movement speed is reduced. This is great for balancing, but Fortnite sitting still doesn't really work, and especially with zero build having stuff like heavy snipers that can take you out in one shot, and you might not always have a bush to crouch in or a building to hide in those final zones. Having a little bit of movement so that you don't just get instantly sniped for taking a heal would be very advantageous. So hearing all this stuff about Apex at first might be a little bit overwhelming. You might be like, hey, that's 5 different things, that's a lot to learn. Well, pretend you're a new Fortnite player. You have minis, they heal you 25 shield, but only up to max 50 shield, and you can carry 6 of them. You have big pots, they heal you 50 shield, you can carry 3 of them. You have bandages, it heals you for 15 health, and it only heals you up to max 75. You have medkits, they heal you up to 100 health, and they take 10 seconds. Chug splashes, they heal you for 20 HP, you can use them while moving. Oh, by the way, you can't use any of the other stuff while moving. Slash. And the list goes on and on. And that's only what's unvaulted right now. They might unvault more in the future. Now, I do think there is rooms for having like more than 5 heals in the game. Say during events that are based on things like summer, having ice cream in summer, I think that's good. And I think also fish are a good system as well, and fish should be an exception. But the way you acquire fish and the way fish work in the game should be changed. For example, you can only get fish from fishing holes and then ice coolers at gas stations. So I'm going to a gas station, I know there's going to be fish there. I'm not going to be wasting my time looking for other things. It's a very specific place always. Rather than randomly getting fish out of coolers or maybe from hollow chests when you might have like 1 mini, then you have the issue of having too many different heals for too many different inventory slots again. When you run into too many heals that don't all add up and you don't have many inventory slots, it can be a nightmare in Fortnite. And you always need 200 HP in Fortnite. The time to kill's too short, and the fact that someone can take you out with a Havoc shotgun that's not a mythic or legendary variant just because you don't have enough health, that really sucks. There's other stuff that should be fixed too about the way the healing system works, to do with where you acquire heals, how many you can carry, so it's a bit more specific. Only can get minis and big pots out of chests. Big pots heal you to full shield, where minis only heal you for 25, but you can carry less big pots than minis. Balancing issues, having to do with the amount of time it takes to take it as well, will determine whether someone will pop a mini in a fight or they think they have enough time to pop a big pot. The way the system should work is based on post-med miss. Med miss work really well, you can use them while moving, and to be honest, it taking up one inventory slot feels balanced for it. All other items should get a rework and work similar. And if they want it so not all heals heal you to max HP, they should probably implement a backpack system in Fortnite. Having a healing backpack in Fortnite that's based on weight. For example, you can carry one big pot, 2 minis, and 1 flopper in one inventory slot would make a lot more sense than the current system. Especially based on Fortnite having so many different items, when in zero build you probably want to carry a katana and a shotgun and an AR, then you have to carry 2 heal slots and you miss out on other fun items like maybe new mythics. And having to make those decisions would be a lot easier if there was less heals, if heals worked more similarly in a linear fashion and all healed you up to max health, or if there was a backpack system. 5 slots is just simply not enough for Fortnite's healing system. 20 different items that you could get from anywhere that don't work the same way, that don't stack as well, just sucks outright. Did I mention that Apex Legends has a backpack system? You can carry 12 to 16 plus slots of heals. Well, that's if you don't carry ammo, but their system's more basic too. So there's less sacrifices you have to make, and it's easier to make decisions in game when the gameplay should be based on interacting with NPCs or moving around the map or doing quests or fighting people. Not so much making decisions based on heals, because if you don't have 200 HP, you're practically dead man walking. All heals should work while moving, and if they want to nerf that, they should limit the amount of movement and speed you can do while moving. For example, you can't mantle while healing and can't sprint while healing, but also maybe your jog speed's put down to a walk. Fortnite does have a walk system, it just got changed to be auto sprint since tactical sprint got released. There should be less heals in the game. Vault bandages, vault medkits, vault big pots, vault more. Med mist and floppers for white health only. Fish spawns being limited to icebox and fishing spots. Minis healing you to 100 shield, and balancing that versus time for other heals. Cooler spawn items should be reduced, so you don't open coolers and you have suddenly 4 different items and you don't know what to carry because they all don't stack, but you always want to have 200 HP. Having too many options for not enough inventory slots is one of Fortnite's big problems at the moment, and that's something they should refine and change. If Fortnite wants to add heals in the future with cool abilities, for example that make you sprint faster or give you a special jump, I think it should be reworked. The heal should work the same as the other heals. For example, in Halloween, if you ate a candy, the candy should work the same way as the mini works. Exactly the same, stacks the same amount, but maybe this heal makes you jump further or sprint a little bit faster. Yeah, it's adding a little bit of something that makes it a little bit better than the default item, but that's what Fortnite's known for. This is why we have mythics and fun items added to the game. Keep that fun factor up, just don't hard nerf it, and it should be easy to find. Very specific locations to go through for these special heals. Oh, there's a Halloween hut over here, I go over here for this candy, I'm gonna get a stack of 6. Not, oh, I'm gonna get 2 of them and then I'm gonna run around with 2 random things for the whole game. If you want to stack up more, you know where the other huts are. Easy enough to find. Similar to how the Star Wars stuff for the DC-15 blaster spawns at the moment. Or if they want to just add simple systems to get other heals, for example foraged items, which I think need a big rework, maybe forage items can only be foraged. You can't carry them. You need a little bit extra white health. Oh, there's an apple tree. Just walk up to it, take the heal. Instant, like that. Like mushrooms off the ground, but you can't stack them. It'll work a lot more nicer. And then if you have these natural healing items in the game similar to campfires, you can spawn more minis there and more minis over there. So then it's just not an abundance of heals, but it's more balanced. You're not running to a location having no heals, finding no heals off spawn. You're just more likely to find more common heals because there's less. If Fortnite wants to add more new heals in the future, just remove the current ones, add new ones that work the same, maybe a little bit different health, different stack, different abilities, but why keep so many in the game? If you're watching this Epic Games, is there anyone there? Hopefully we have some changes in the future. You guys are the best game in the world, but I think there is some debate to if you're the best battle royale in the game, and changes like this can help that debate in the future. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you want to subscribe for more videos like this, like I've talked about how first person might legitimately kill the game, you can go check out that video, or I've got challenge videos too. From live streams to shorts, news and updates about the games, it's your one-stop shop for Fortnite, including yours truly. Thank you so much for watching the video, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.